Declare how much God has done for you. Can you imagine the story that this man would be able to tell people in declaring how much God had done? I mean, his tale would be almost unbelievable to hear people listen to it. He had lived in a cemetery, a place of death, and for a long time, and people were probably glad that he lived there, not near them, because we're told that they actually placed a guard on him. They put shackles on him, and with the satanic powers he had, he was able to break loose of the shackles that were on him. We sometimes went, well, is that even possible? Really? Is that possible that could happen? Well, it certainly can. Jesus warns us in Matthew 25 about the end times, and he says, hey, watch out. There's going to come false Christ, there's going to come false prophets, and they're going to arise, and they're going to perform miraculous signs and wonders that could deceive even, if possibly, believers as well. So Jesus says, I've warned you beforehand it could come. And that's not some kind of new warning. All the way back when Moses was getting near the end of his life in Deuteronomy chapter 13, Moses warned the people, watch out for those people who might do a sign or wonder to you or lead you to worship some other god. Don't listen to them. And Moses had personally experienced some of that himself when he was, in the 10 plagues. He would go before Pharaoh and he would do an amazing miracle like turning water to blood, and the magicians could do the same thing. Scripture warns us again and again, that sin is more like cancer than the flu. It's more like a poison than just a sour candy warhead. Sin's pretty serious stuff. Early in my ministry, I had a Bible study weekly in a local prison, and a saying was often repeated there by some of the inmates, and it was this: sin will take you farther than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. Heard that before? Sin will take you further than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, and cost you more than you want to pay. And, some of those guys had experienced that very personally, gotten involved in something that took them to a place where now they were behind bars. So how did it happen that this guy became possessed by demons? We actually don't know the beginning of this man's life, but we know this much. Satan doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the power to just come in and take over our lives if we're believers in Jesus Christ. The devil can harass us as Christians, but he can't possess us.